A couple of weeks ago, I shared an RFC51, about a new React profiler component. More recently, I've been building on top of that to add a new plugin to the React DevTools that use this profiler to give you some visual information about how long different parts of your application are taking to render. So here I have a local dev build of React window, which we're going to profile. And this works kind of like Chrome's performance profiling. There's a record button, and I'm going to go ahead and cause React to do some renders, and then I'll stop. And you'll see we just captured 53 renders. What Profiler does is it shows you a snapshot of your entire application each time our batch of renders is committed. And then it gives you some color information to indicate how much time each component spent, how much of the render was spent for each component. So for instance, this render took 1.5 milliseconds. App was the component that took the longest. And then as we go down, we have some divs and stuff that round down to taking no time at all. And then you'll notice some gray components. And these were components that didn't re-render at all as part of this commit. In this case, it's because they implement should component update and props didn't change, so they're just skipped entirely. And you can use a slider up top to step through each of these commits and look for interesting changes. So we'll see right here around the 28th commit, something interesting happened. And I believe this is when I clicked on the grid menu. And you notice here we have grid, and if we step back one, we have list. So that's when an interesting event took place. And you can drill down by clicking on a node, and that sort of zooms in and gives you more details. You can drill back up by clicking on the top of a node. You can also view a ranked view for each commit, and this just shows you a flat list of most expensive to least expensive, and you'll see in this case there's a pretty long tail, but if you're interested in it, you can click to zoom in to see more information. Similarly, if you want to see how a particular component is doing across many renders, you can double click it, and here we have the app component, and you'll see that most of these renders, it's pretty fast. This particular render, it was longer, and again, this is because this is the render where I loaded a totally new route by clicking on the menu. So in the coming weeks, I'll be adding some more functionality to this, and hopefully I'll share sort of an alpha build at some point soon for people to play around with. But I just wanted to give a brief update of the progress, and yeah, I'm looking forward to sharing more with you soon.